Three changes for Liverpool today, compared with the side that drew at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday in the Champions League. Importantly, Xabi Alonso returns in place of the injured Dietmar Hamann, victim of a bad tackle from Michael Essien. Harry Kewell makes only his fourth start of the season. Fernando Morientes is back to partner Peter Crouch up front. And in contrast to the early part of his reign, Benitez rarely tinkers with the back four these days. Why would he, after 9 clean sheets in a row? Middlesbrough's team shows just 2 changes from their narrow defeat at Chelsea in the Premier League. One is at left-back, where Franck Kedrou replaces the Austrian Emmanuel Pogatetz. The other is up front, Viduka for Hasselbank. They've got a lengthy injury list, including Mendieta, Downing, Parler and the regular right-back, Stuart Parnaby. De Riva retains the role of midfield anchor. Liverpool haven't won 7 consecutive games in the Barclays English Premier League since October 2002. Another clean sheet for them today, a 10th in a row, would equal a club record that goes back some 19 years, but Middlesbrough have made themselves tough to beat. They're in blue today, the Borough, and here's Fabio Rockenbach, and then Dorival, the 2 Brazilians, but they've lost out to Morientes, and Bates clears from Peter Crouch.
Peter Crouch, of course, who had such an encouraging game last time here with 2 goals, or 1 goal and 1 debated goal.
Gerrard. Yes, the Barclays English Premier League's dubious goals panel will adjudicate in due course on what Crouch claims was his first goal, which in some quarters has been given as an own goal against the Wigan goalkeeper Mike Pollitt. No question he scored the second. It'll be probably 6 weeks before the dubious goals panel sits in judgment. But what is for certain is that Peter Crouch is off the mark in the red of Liverpool. And it took him 1,106 minutes to score his first goal for them. 18 hours, 26 minutes.
Have you dubbed the title the dubious goals panel, or is that the official title?
It's the official title, and I should stress, David, that the dubious refers to the goals and not the panel. Liverpool unbeaten in 9 games in all competitions, and they've kept 9 consecutive clean sheets since Marco Reich scored for Crystal Palace in Liverpool's League Cup defeat at Selhurst Park on October the 25th. Last player to score in the English Premier League against Liverpool, Luis Boa-Morte at Fulham, 3 days before that. Gareth Southgate there in your picture will have a significant role today. Recently passed his 35th birthday. Jamie Carragher over the ball for Liverpool. Crouch got up with the header, then Morientes. Kewell was in there. Xabi Alonso arriving. Steven Gerrard.
Wild finish by Gerrard's standards as the ball came to him across the face of him from Alonso's touch. First of all, we see the beautiful flighted. Crouch will always take up that deep position, and when it's knocked across the box, it's Gerrard that comes onto it but hits it rather recklessly. Slight misunderstanding in the centre of the Middlesbrough defence there, and I think it was Southgate that raced towards Gerrard to block.
Where do you stand on the debate of where Steven Gerrard is playing for Liverpool at the moment? So often, as today, he started on the right side of midfield as opposed to centrally.
Yes, well, for the national team, it's very difficult to put him in a position where I've seen him play very, very well and almost run the game for Liverpool. And that, believe it or not, is as the second striker going anywhere, where he comes into the box, score from deep positions, he links the play. He's very, very effective in that position. It's almost a 4-5-1 system, which he's played for Liverpool very, very well. Since the loss of Owen, that has been a problem to him to get the right combination of strikers. But of course, with all his other attributes, which his manager Benitez sees, he has to put him in some kind of workaholic midfield area. For England, I think he could easily play right back in the World Cup if we have a problem of balancing the midfield.
Much talk in the environs of English Premier League grounds today about the World Cup draw, which has put England with Sweden, Paraguay and Trinidad and Tobago for the group stage.
He's a player that Quadru, that Liverpool will have to watch in the air on set pieces. Always a subject of discussion. The team talk before games. Who's going to pick up Quadru?
Marauding run by Gerrard, who tries one. Plucked out of the air by the Australian Schwarzer.
And that's exactly why I like him playing in forward positions, because, you know, he can be really adaptable, but up front he can be effective. He can hit the shots and score the goals.
Viduka. He was with Kuhl as part of that Leeds team that reached the last four of the Champions League. Talking of which, it'll be an interesting day to be at Elland Road today with Cardiff City and their deputy chairman, one Peter Ridsdale, returning to Elland Road for the first time.
Yes, there is a rumour he's going Christmas shopping today, but he's certainly not going to use Leeds' money anymore.
Shot by Rockenbach. He's still searching for his first Middlesbrough goal.
Yeah, and he has a terrific shot. Gets possession cleanly from the throw-in, looks to get the angle to shoot, and probably did the right thing, but was just slightly off balance.
Harry Kuhl. Morientes. Kuhl. Gerrard. Corner.
First corner of the game.
And Liverpool make it pay. Sami Hyypiä is still searching for his first goal of the season. He's got his share over his Liverpool career. Crouch.
Well, he was never really in a good position to get any turn on that one, Crouch. He met it okay. Steve McLaren. It's rather, not say puzzled, but thoughtful.
Crouch, there's a push in the back. Gareth Southgate culpable.
I think Alonso needs to get on the ball for Liverpool. No, it's his job to try and make the play. If Alonso and Gerrard play and get possession, then there's a good chance Liverpool will get the supply to their front man.
Crouch. Risa.
Liverpool attacking the end where the Middlesbrough supporters are situated. The visitors are given that left-hand corner.
Risa's throw. There's Morientes. Athletic piece of goalkeeping by Schwarzer.
Well, it was a good leap by Morientes as the ball bounced and everyone misjudged the ball. He did his best to get it back across. Almost caught Schwarzer, but that tall frame was able to just flick it over.
Another Liverpool corner.
There's the three big men. The three they would hope. One of them might just get that little bit of movement on their marking defender. Quadru, Southgate, Riggott. Who's going to get away?
Gerrard. Crouch. Comfortable headed clearance by Matthew Bates. Just have to wait for the corner flag to be replaced, having been demolished. Now Risa will look for distance. Hyypiä. Push in the back by Xabi Alonso on Yakubu.
There's the movement. There's the header. Didn't have to climb too high, did he? To get above Riggott. Just holds his jump. I always believe he could be more aggressive with his heading. Even when he gets there, he directs well. He could be more aggressive.
John Arne Risa.
Gerrard floating now. He's come away from that right-hand side. A bit more fluidity about Liverpool. It's he that put the cross in where Kuhl climbed tremendously well at the back post to get it back across the face of the goal.
Sissoko to Crouch. Here's Finnan. Kuhl! Deflected away off Gareth Southgate.
The quality people forget with Kuhl. Well done, Southgate, good defending, but Harry Kuhl is outstanding in the air. Saw him in the previous attack, head it back across the goal, and there he is again, central, able to switch when Gerrard comes across, and Southgate, good close defending.
Gerrard. Morientes got up. Bounced obligingly for Schwarzer. Carragher. Now by Dorival. Gerrard. Risa. Should be Alonso. The shin of Finnan. Kuhl. Steve Finnan. Crouch.
Once again, Liverpool using that tactic of the early cross. This time with the left foot, the in-swinger. Crouch gets there, but can't direct it. Would be more aggressive if he did try and make more of a run for the ball rather than get in there too early.
Up here. Boateng. Kadru.
You hear the Liverpool shouts about, which comes from the Carragher and Hippier at the back. Whenever Middlesbrough play a ball square or backwards in the middle third, then the Liverpool backline just step up a little bit further and give a problem to the two strikers of Middlesbrough. They have to come with them, they're forcing them down the field and they're closing the play.
Kuhl, nice touch. Morientes. Harry Kuhl. Headed behind, safety first from Kadru.
Excellent ball. Invitation to a striker to get onto it. Unfortunately, Peter Crouch had come more central. But it was good play by Liverpool.
Finnan. Comes to Kuhl. Faced by Bates. Hanging one up for Crouch, and there was a push in that. Given by Steve Bennett.
Well done, Kuhl. That's what I like to see. He didn't have to go past him for pace. He only had a couple of yards to work in before the byline, but he just made that angle. Here we see the ball come deep. Everyone misses it. It flies away, diverted into Kuhl's path, drags it there, cleverly there. Beautiful ball. I mean, he really got some elevation on that from the most difficult of angles. Excellent ball. Crouch can't complain. He's getting the service. They're very aware of his strengths.
Kadru. Bates. Riggett back to Schwarzer. Rockenbach. Finnan. Sami Hyypiä's had a new lease of life. For Liverpool, there was a time, maybe a year or so ago, when it seemed that his days as an automatic first choice were numbered. It's one area where, both under Gerard Houllier and Benitez, there have been strenuous efforts to strengthen the Liverpool squad, but they've been unsuccessful, and Hyypiä has really re-established himself alongside Carragher. But though it's Gerrard, and not even Superman could get to that.
That was a shame, because Gerrard was in a perfect position to attack the space behind Quadru, and the ball was just slightly overpaced by Alonso. But at first you thought they have a chance here. It was a weak control by Yakubu. There you see the Liverpool back line. See how tight they were. When the ball is played through, you think Gerrard is going to get that ball. Maybe he ran at too wide an angle.
Southgate. Sat up obligingly for him.
Captain's example. We'll say at half-time to Rockenbach and Boateng and Morrison, the three midfield players, that's what I want you to do. Make progress and go and hit a shot. Work the goalkeeper.
Nearly 2 years since he last scored, Gareth Southgate. Viduka. Tackle was by Sissoko. Kuehl. Gerrard. Lovely one-touch play by Liverpool. And then Kuehl was bundled over.
Good refereeing by Bennett, waiting to see what happened after Crouch played the ball back. But better. Middlesbrough now have to concentrate hard and...
Kuehl. Risa. Crouch.
Just wants a clean one. Just wants to find that yard of space. He just wants to kid the centre back and get into space for that header. Benitez takes notes. But Kuehl is beginning to get clean possession on the left-hand side, and whether he can get the ball in himself or get it back nicely to Risa. Risa can flight one in. That's a dangerous sign for Middlesbrough. So far for Middlesbrough, I would like Boateng to get more in the game and Rockenbach, because unless they can get some possession of the ball, Yakubu and the Viduka are going to play with their backs to goal all afternoon.
There's a challenge in there by Quadru that the home crowd didn't like. Risa. Carragher. Liverpool do have the second best defensive record in the Barclays English Premier League this season. They've conceded 8 goals, one more than Chelsea, but half of those 8 came in one game, the 4-1 home defeat by Chelsea. Wicket given for foul on Gerrard. Alonso, Sissoko. Risa. Steven Gerrard. Crouch. Sissoko straight at Mark Schwarzer.
Terrific ball by Gerrard, an ace of a ball to Crouch. Look at the way he pulls away over that back post, away from Riggett to defend, back across the goal. That's what Crouch has been signed for, and that's what he can do so well. Beautiful ball, lovely header back across into the space, and there Sissoko arrives and should have scored.
That's causing problems. Xabi Alonso. Gerrard. Finnan.
such a contrast, Liverpool, to the Liverpool of old, where they would pass it and be patient and wait for the opportunity to set the man up for the shooting position. This Liverpool, playing to their strengths, Morientes, Crouch, whenever they get it wide, they're hitting that diagonal ball in, they're hitting that ball deep to the back post. And eventually, of course, you know, it's hard for opposition to keep defending that kind of authority when the ball comes in. They're winning the aerial duels, and could be anybody. Sissoko coming from deep, it could be Gerrard coming from deep, who just gets that touch off a Crouch header.
He's a man who's found a role for himself, Dorivar. Came on a short-term contract 4 years ago, and is currently in his most consistent run of form for Middlesbrough. He started 11 of the last 15 games. Kadru. Like a possible handball by Sissoko. Hill, urged forward by the Anfield supporters. Here's Risa. Gerrard. The time it had bounced, the ball had gone for Kill. Once more, Steven Gerrard. Morientes, Crouch! Still nothing for Liverpool.
Incredible, almost an after-you Claude situation there on the goal line. But once again, the early cross causing the damage. Risa and then Gerrard from the right. Here we look as though Crouch must score. Middlesbrough get that one away. Look at the concentration in Gerrard as he plays that ball. There he wanted the swing of the right foot. Crouch was being polite. I think he was inviting Morientes, was it, to come in and strike it. Middlesbrough defending with great resolution for these cross balls.
Rockenbach. Free kick to Liverpool.
That's what Tareem is in there for. Break up the play, but he's not supposed to do it with his hands.
Risa. Blocked off by Morrison. Steve McLaren has forsaken his seat in the director's box. The colour of his face betrays his mood.
Shouldn't be too angry. He's still level. But maybe that's part of the psychology. Steve's a great psychologist, and perhaps he wants the players to see that he's angry.
Gerrard. One Pepia beyond Morientes.
Well, Middlesbrough will have to try and do just a little bit more from a defensive point of view to stop the crosses in the first place. They must get closer to the players when they're taking these balls in from wide positions, because if you let too many crosses in the end, okay, they couldn't get closer there. But once again, a deep, misplaced cross. It's been the story of this half, really. Lots of balls into the box, but no goals.
What's for certain, though, is that Middlesbrough will be the more relieved as they head in at the break, not to have gone behind, because Liverpool have had the chances, but not the finishing. And the half-time score here at Anfield is Liverpool 0, Middlesbrough 0.
Yakubu's got to make some foraging runs to try and get behind that Liverpool tight back line, or else I can't see them getting efforts at goal. And I think they had a tally of something like 3 efforts in the first half. The way Liverpool played defensively, I think Middlesbrough would do well to double that tally and start working Pep Reina in the goal.
Chris Riggott guiding the ball back to his goalkeeper Mark Schwarzer, a player who's been linked fairly frequently with Liverpool. Rockenbach. Boateng. Yakubu ran away off his chest.
Boateng needs to be more, or likes to be played more central, whereas in the hub of the action, slightly on the left-hand side, trying to give them balance. It's not the easiest thing to do.
Welcome back. Nicely done. Viduka denied by the trailing leg of the goalkeeper Pepe Reina. It's his first save of the match.
By far the best opportunity, superbly played. Boateng's ball in. What a lovely first touch there. And Viduka had a lovely chance to curve that ball around Pepe Reina.
Rigott is forward. Viduka was waiting. Middlesbrough's best opportunity coming their way in the opening moments of the second half. Here's Risa. Sissoko. Kuehl. And Harry Kuehl getting a touch to Morientes. See the idea?
Well, maybe one pass too many. Morientes could have taken the pace off the ball and had an effort himself. Unselfishly tried to lay Kuehl in.
Nice piece of football from both teams in the opening 2 minutes of the second period. Both with Australians at the heart of them. This man Kuehl for Liverpool, and Viduka for Middlesbrough. And the third Australian, Schwarzer, with the clearance. Viduka. Gerrard. Finnan. And again, Steve Finnan.
Well, aggressive play by both teams, which is a great start. You don't have to turn the sound up. The crowd will tell you everything. They want the tempo increased, and they've got a good start to this second period.
Chance that fell to Viduka, though. Well conceived. Good save by Reina. Yakubu.
It's just been one of those days where Yakubu is unable to keep the ball for Middlesbrough up front.
Gerrard. It's into the right area. Southgate covering. Morientes. Crowd have woken up, so has the game.
And words have been said in the dressing room.
Gerrard. Finnan. Headed by Southgate. Risa.
Slightly ambitious, but a good position. You've seen Finnan forage down the right. Now you see Risa going for the shot. Here's that cross from George Boateng. Beautiful pass and a great first-time touch. Absolutely superb touch there.
Here's Rockenbach with the ball to Viduka. Lovely cushioned pass, but it all foundered on the right leg of Pepe Reina. Finnan. Rigott. Gerrard, quick look up. Corner.
Well, that ball struck Quadru, I thought, rather fortunately for the Middlesbrough defender. I thought he ambled across rather slowly to stop that cross from Gerrard, and they must stop the crosses if they can. They must get closer.
Corner at the Kop end for Liverpool. Crouch, Happier, Morientes. Delivery by Gerrard. And the blast by John Arne Risa.
And the little hop, skip and a jump after striking the ball tells you everything about Risa. He was almost in glory there. A well-worked kick, a good variation by Liverpool, a superb drive. He was almost on a real high there. A great shot.
Liverpool ahead on all counts, apart from the one that really matters. And a win for Liverpool today would, for the time being, take them up into second place. Above Manchester United, they're currently 12 points behind the leaders Chelsea. They do have a game in hand.
And of course, with them going to Japan this week, they desperately need a win here, really, to put them in a position, because they're going to lose a couple of fixtures.
The 29th game of the season already. Considerably more than any other English Premier League side because of the frighteningly early start to their season. July the 13th, their opening Champions League qualifier. Given away to Morientes. Crouch goes down, looks round plaintively at the referee. The challenge was by Matthew Bates.
Well, there you see, after the goalkeeper pushes it out, you see the ball. It was a terrible mistake there, and when the ball came to Morientes, he got a deflection. Schwarzer saves it off. Now Crouch, if he's quicker, he does get there first, but he can't quite get there. Bates is getting across him. I don't think that was a penalty in any way.
Instead, a corner to be taken by Steven Gerrard. Xabi Alonso up well. Herpia. Crouch. Morientes.
Another half chance. The game has certainly gone up a couple of degrees, and I'm delighted. Much better feel about this second period. Morientes there with a chance, a challenge by Liverpool. Probably went a shade early and couldn't get enough power or direction on it.
Peter Crouch. Morientes lurking.
Superb covering by Southgate, although Riget's challenged Crouch in the air at every opportunity. Crouch has won quite a few flicks, which you would expect, but Southgate's is always in that good covering position. Defenders must mistrust their colleagues and always expect their colleagues to make a mistake rather than be trusting, and then they'll cover well.
Kewell. Thwarted by his Australian international teammate, hence the smile.
Once again, the header by Crouch gives Kewell the opportunity to volley. He knew exactly what he was doing, he placed it perfectly. Schwarzer was up to it. Something they'll talk about later on, I'm sure.
Kewell. Sissoko. Risa.
Kubu's lost possession quite a lot up front for Middlesbrough, and McLaren would hope that up front they can keep the ball a little bit better. If you have two front players, when they get the ball, they've got to give time for the rest of the team to get out to support them. Otherwise, because you've opened up the midfield by having two front players, there's a good chance the opponent's midfield will then dominate.
Risa. Pedro. Rockenbach. Seems to have been around an age at the top level of European football, but he's only celebrating his 24th birthday today.
So far, nothing untoward in the game for Mr. Bennett, the referee, to concern himself. He's held control quite comfortably, aided by the behaviour of the players, of course.
Viduka. Rockenbach. Kedru. Now Gerrard. Kewell. Crouch. Doriva. Rockenbach.
I thought Steve McLaren's thoughts might turn towards Hasselbank. Someone with a bit of power to force Liverpool defenders to defend.
Kuehl, Crouch, Sissoko, Gerrard, Risa outside him. And this is John Arne Risa. Crouch waiting by the penalty spot. Peter Crouch.
Well, he's getting his fair share of heading practice. It was a good ball once again by Risa from a very tight angle there. Crouch just pulls away that yard. Well policed.
Doriva. We hear from down below us on the bench that Crouch is going to be the player replaced. That was a challenge that Bates did not enjoy, but his response may land him in trouble too. Bates and Sissoko. Two offences to deal with, Steve Bennett now. The tackle and the response. Gareth Southgate is trying to talk what he regards as common sense, pleading Bates's case. Yellow card in the referee's hand. The yellow card for the retribution by Bates, but the root of it all was Momo Sissoko's challenge on the Middlesbrough teenager. Looks like a yellow card apiece. And in Sissoko's case, that means a one-match ban for his 5th yellow card of the season.
I believe Sissoko was high there. I think Bates was rather silly, but you can't lift your hand in any way. I mean, he was rather dramatic the way Sissoko fell there. I think Sissoko's the villain there, really, and Bates, the reactor, has had his punishment too, but could he have walked away? He should have done, but...
Kadru. Matthew Bates, learning by harsh experience. And here comes that change. Quarter of the game to play. Luis Garcia for Peter Crouch for Liverpool. Gerrard. Garcia. Gerrard left it. Morientes scores. It's taken an awfully long time, but Fernando Morientes scores in the English Premier League for only the 2nd time in the last 8 months.
Well, we were tempting fate. We said if they could stay level. It was Gerrard, of course, who forced the issue, stepping in front there. Good reverse ball by Garcia. Morientes, quick feet, right foot. Schwarzer, no chance. But it was Gerrard forcing the issue in there. Well taken off him by Garcia. A slower, lower ball into the box. Morientes finishes clean and cool. Schwarzer, no chance. He must score from there, and he does.
Liverpool scoring with only 10 men on the pitch. Sami Hyypiä off the field being stitched up, but his teammates have done him proud. And Fernando Morientes scores only his 8th goal in 36 games for Liverpool. It's not the scoring rate that we would expect from a player of his calibre, but he's come up now with what may be a very important goal.
And he's induced some adventure from Middlesbrough, which is late coming, but now we shall see them go forward and change their philosophy.
Boateng, Rockenbach. Hasselbank is being readied below us. Morrison, Viduka, Carragher in the way. Risa. still. Came off Bates, fielded by Schwarzer. And it's now in excess of 15 hours since Liverpool last conceded a goal. That's the size of Middlesbrough's task in trying to break them down.
Well, Rockenbach will be able to play more forward, where he's done a lot of defensive work, helping out Boateng, Morrison, and the deepest one, Deriva. And I think, to be fair to Viduka and Yakubu, we could be critical. I thought they might have worked a little bit harder.
Morrison has done well. Viduka, James Morrison! Very nearly 1-1 inside 2 minutes of Liverpool taking the lead.
Well, when they give the stars out for this game, Reina will have earned his too, with decisive saves, the block there, the block from Viduka earlier.
I need to name the player that cleared it.
To become another folk hero overnight.
Morrison so close to drawing Middlesbrough level. Rockenbach goes down, it was a foul. Maybe a Rockenbach who scored a famous Champions League goal on this ground, his only Champions League goal for Barcelona in a 3-1 win here. But it was Morrison who so nearly drew it level at 1-1. And here comes Jimmy. And he's going to replace Yakubu. But not yet. Risa. Steve McLaren is in the happy position of having three high-class strikers in Yakubu, Viduka and Hasselbank. Kern 2 from 3.
Crowd appealing for a foul throw there, and I think they were correct. Linesman let it go. Maybe he had his eyes on his feet. They have to be, of course, behind the line. But it was a foul throw. Luckily for Liverpool, no goal resulted as a result.
Now a chance for the change.
Substitution for Middlesbrough. Leading the field is James Morrison.
Well, it was going to be Yakubu, but 20 has become 25 on the electronic board. And shortly after coming so close to an equalising goal, James Morrison is replaced by Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank.
He went for power, where he might have placed the ball and Morrison, but in the first place he did excellently with the dribble. And Steve McLaren, quite simply, is going to get the ball into that front three early. He's going to hope that they can cause some disruption with their muscle and power. And they'll probably bypass the midfield a little bit in the last few minutes, but I personally feel that it's a rather late entry for Hasselbank. I think he might have entered the fray a little bit more.
Morientes, goalkeeper stranded. Morientes gets his and Liverpool's second. And it looks like they're heading for Japan with a 7th straight win.
Beautifully taken. Schwarzer no chance. It was a lofted ball, beat the offside trap. Codru misjudged it, headed it right into Morientes' path. It was Finnan that played that ball. Codru puts it into the path of Morientes, in between Southgate, Riggott, no chance. Bit of good fortune for Liverpool, but at the same time they took maximum advantage. Morientes has scored 2 without his partner Crouch.
And within moments of Middlesbrough making their substitution, signalling their intent to be more bold, they find themselves facing a deficit which may now prove to be unassailable.
Well, Liverpool were odds on at the bookmakers this morning to win this game, and looks as though they may have delivered. In fairness to them, they have had the territorial advantage after a rather slumbering start, and they certainly have got the ball into the vital mixer on many occasions, and have just been inches away from a final touch. But Morientes has solved the problems, and the crowd are singing now.
Yes, the atmosphere more Anfield-like than it's been at any previous stage today. Feeling more like the ground that we know. That is going to be another moment of intervention for Steve Bennett. Riggott and Morientes.
Yellow for Riggott. Frustration, of course.
Third time the yellow card has come out today.
That was interesting. Steve Bennett was more or less saying to the player, look at me, I'm talking to you. And Riggott looked down. There you see the first foul.
Kuhl. Alonso. Here's the Frenchman. And he's going to replace Harry Kuhl. And in contrast to many receptions that Kuhl has had at Anfield in the past year or so, it's a pretty warm ovation that he gets.
Yes, you have to get involved and work hard to prove to a knowledgeable crowd that you've got your heart in it and you're regaining your form. I still feel that on occasions Kuhl just hasn't got that little bit of spark, that acceleration to maximise some of his early touches, and once he gets possession.
Gerrard. Morientes, and now Garcia.
That was brilliant. There's the difference in play when Crouch isn't there. The cleverness, Gerrard, the lovely chip of Morientes, brilliant little bit of movement by Garcia. Different type of forward. A little darter, a little mover.
Garcia, Middlesbrough appeal for offside. And it is.
Sharpness, that's what Garcia brings to them, a little bit of cleverness. Here we see the back heel, and then the lovely little touch. Obviously not offside, good spot by the assistant, but he's been fooled.
Sissoko. Foul on Gerrard. Oh dear. This is trouble. It's a second yellow. And Middlesbrough are reduced to 10 men. Chris Riggott.
That's unfortunate, you know. Misses a game. Had a solid performance, the young ex-Derby County player. Wasn't a nasty tackle at all. Gerrard goes over. Bennett decides it's a foul tackle. Penny for his thoughts.
Nicely done by Hosami. Cisse. Corner.
Overplay by Cisse. Once again having to take that widest right position. He much prefers playing down the middle in his own style. Very swift, good leaper, but has not produced yet at Liverpool quite the form that was expected of him, although he has had a serious injury.
Finnan. A dreadfully broken leg last year. Garcia. Ehiog. Back in by Risa. Hit Gerrard. And Gerrard goes down after the tackle by Ehiog. Xabi Alonso.
There was an interesting moment There's Gerrard, good sportsman Gerrard, shrugs it off. It was an interesting moment a couple of minutes ago when Rockenbach wasn't very happy with Quadroux pushing in when Liverpool played the passes too easily around Rockenbach, and Quadroux should have been further up behind him to support him when he went to make the challenge. I had a feeling there was some words said from the Liverpool bench, and it's indicative, I think, of the performance, really. Just a lack of ambition, really, from midfield and defensive players to go and help the front players, rather than a policy of sitting, waiting for Liverpool and allowing Liverpool to dominate. To be fair to Liverpool, they've played very well since they got in front, and have shown a little bit more drive and determination right from the word go to win the game.
All that remains now is for the final whistle to be blown. In the end, comfortable for Liverpool. 7 straight Premier League wins. And they haven't done that in more than 3 years. They rise to second in the Barclays English Premier League table with a scoreline of Liverpool 2, Middlesbrough 0.